All right, welcome everyone to Division B West game between Bronze6 and UuuuuuU. I am super hyped for this game. These two teams currently sitting in second and third place, respectively, in their division. So it's going to be a good show here. And of course, I have
Yeah,
Daxx joining me. How are you doing, Daxx?
I am doing well, and yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth here. Second and third place, vying for should have playoffs locked in for both these teams, but trying for that better seat, the easier seat to the dance here. So I'm expecting some good stuff here.
Yeah, let's quickly go over these map selections that these teams have done here. They are looking like they're about to get ready to go into this game number one. So let's pop over, take a peek at these map selections, see how that went down. Now, the coin toss that was won by UuuuuuU, who have opted to go with first pick in game number one. For the map bans, Dragonshire and Hanamura being banned out by UuuuuU. Bronze6 taking away Infernal Shrines and Towers of Doom, the map pick here being Cursed Hollow on the side of Bronze6. Cursed's a map that teams seem to avoid all the time in NGS.
Yeah, you know what? You kind of put yourself out there with two solo laners essentially, and you kind of have to be on point with your macro game and your rotations as well. And this is where the Vikings can come out, or a good Abathur can come out as well. So a lot of teams either I don't necessarily even gets a ban really either. That just kind of gets swept under the rug, I think.
Yeah, I don't. It's not. I don't know. I don't have a love or hate relationship with this map. For me personally, I think there's some cool global strats you can try to pull off here and interesting ways to play it, but it's just not a popular pick or ban even. It's kind of just left by the wayside a lot of the time. I'm going to let them know we're ready, though.
Okay,
And
yeah,
we can look to get into game number one.
yeah. I mean, we just got a balance patch today. I didn't get to dive
Yes.
really into anything at all, so yeah, it just kind of rattled my brain here when you mentioned globals. I mean, Dahaka, W is just getting buff baseline, a little bit more damage, and then Q build on Falstad, as
Yeah.
well as Hinterland's Blast.
And his W also on level 4, if you talent into that, it gives you slightly more shields as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 50 to 60%. I don't know. I can't remember the exact numbers, but increased shields on that W on level 4 if you talent into that for Falstad as well. So yeah, those globals, a couple globals getting touched in the patch there, which might give them enough of an edge, a little bit better talent diversity that we might see some picks like that making their way back into the meta maybe.
I hope so. I always like to Haka, like I said, especially this map, even Towers of Doom. He can turn a 4v4 into a 5v4 in a hurry and sway a team fight, like either which way. But, with that W doing extra damage, and depending on the build, if they go W build onto Haka, he can get some serious tower and siege damage done if left alone.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, it does look like the readies are coming out from the teams here. So we should be getting into game number one in just a moment. The other thing I'm interested to know about is Bronze6 has a member on their team, Juji, and he's recently, I think might have completed his move to South Korea. So we could see a player on his side playing on a new ping that he's not familiar with. So I'm wondering if that's going to affect how this team plays tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. I mean, a couple seasons ago, we had our healer. I don't know if I talked to you about this, but our healer played in Australia. So we were East Coast team, but played later. But he just strictly didn't play Ana. Like all the other healers, he did okay on, but just the skill shot based healers, he just avoided like the plague.
Mm-hmm. Well, the ready is out from UuuuuuU, and we did have Bronze6 say they were ready a moment ago, so I'm expecting any minute
Yeah,
now.
it's just shortly here. So yeah, I have written down here what these teams are actually maybe looking to play for. We're getting the countdown here as we jump into this draft here. But Bronze6 currently in second place with 23 points. A domination here over UuuuuuU would put them tied for first place with Lurk Patrol, but Lurk Patrol having the 2-0 domination over them for the tiebreaker there. So that they're maybe depending on how NGS weights that. Versus dominations versus everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. But then UuuuuuU currently second, 19 points. So even a domination here won't move them up ahead of Bronze6. But 2-0 victory, or if the domination, will solidify their third place seeding here. So a little bit to play for from both of these teams as we move into this draft.
Yeah, do you have any ideas on what we might be seeing for bans coming out for these teams? I know you did a little bit of scouting as to what teams play, and at this point, I think I've casted a few matches each now for these teams.
Yep. So we're gonna see a solid Johanna ban coming out from Danny. Comfort pick, 80% win rate on Johanna this season. On this particular map, Brightwing is just currently a meta healer. Selexia plays a fantastic Brightwing. But their first ban Artanis, target ban onto Unaleska, playing the Salt of the Ire himself at a tremendous level, and that's seeing that first respect ban coming out there.
And I think at this point too, Yuna just assumes she's not going to be able to get Artanis. Most people do ban it against her, so I think she's been working on her roster for this season and kind of has a lot of things that she can, flex onto if Artanis is banned as frequently as it has happened. We are going to see that Diva ban coming out from the side of UuuuuuU here. That one I'm not too surprised about because we've seen Juji run that quite often. So yeah, no surprises there. It's kind of meta still, even with the nerfs that have happened, and even today they did a little bit more nerf onto one of her talents as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Coffee's no slouch on the Diva either, so I think that ban could have went either way. And then Gazlo's getting hit slightly with that nerf bat, but this is a good map. You know where the objective is, probably about a minute ahead of time, so he'll have time to go and get his turrets set up. But Selexia not getting banned against her, she will lock in this Brightwing.
Yeah, these are a lot of picks also left up for Coffee. Coffee has a bit more of a limited hero pool that we're aware of. Oh my goodness, is that a Nova first pick?
The camera's on, but I had to do a quadruple take. I wasn't sure what the heck was going on there, but we're gonna see Juji first picking Nova.
What a troll.
I love to see it. We're all out here. We're gonna see the Ana on top of that. Maybe they're gonna do all snipers. Maybe we'll see a Hanzo. I'm not sure who else will be in that camp there, but
interesting that he takes Nova, who really is highly dependent on you hitting those skill shots on your Q, and I don't know that he's playing. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask him if he's playing from South Korea now, but I just what balls is all I have to say.
Hey, I like the pick. You're coming in here. But we're gonna see Pang on that Garrosh and Coffee grabbing that Orphea here, who saw a change at the 4 talent on Q, getting the reset or the cooldown reduction on that Q a little bit, maybe pulling away from that double trait build at 1 and 4, as well as I think her Chomp talent at 7.
So her level 4 Q has reduced the cooldown of the Q to 1 second if you land it. And then on level 7, the Chomp, now if you hit it before, the cooldown was reduced to 2 seconds, or to 1.5 seconds. It's now reduced to 2 seconds. So it's a little bit longer on getting those Chomps out at the level 7 talent. I'm interested to see if he opts to take that and if he opts to take the level 4 talent as well. She also had some level 20 upgrades that were kind of interesting coming out on the patch tonight. It's with her Eternal Feast upgrade. Is the Chomps actually will grant her Chaos stacks now, and her basic abilities recharge 150% faster. So a lot more sustain in a fight with that level 20 upgrade.
So we will see the Dahaka ban coming out there, not a global coming out there on the side. So maybe trying to tip the favor to the side of UuuuuuU here, maybe having the only global. But Pleasant Say Falstad is still available, and we're going to see the Muradin pick up here.
I'm really excited to see how some of these players build these heroes with the patch that came out today. Are they going to just stick with the tried and true, or are they going to try and take some of these talents that have been touched?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I played a handful of games before the cast tonight, and unfortunately I just picked healer, so we would have one in those couple games. So I didn't get to try anything, but we're going to see Unaleska picking up that Thrall, like you said, working on those other heroes, and Thrall is one of those, and Big Bird picking up that Cassia. And that final lock-in pick is going to be the fish boy himself, Murky.
Bronze6, they kind of have a history of pulling out some kind of meme cheese stuff, but they usually wait until they have one game in the bank. Tonight, they're just going... I don't think they care. It kind of feels like they know they're getting second place, so it's just like, we're just gonna have fun.
Yeah, I like that. We might see the cheese win here. I'm trying to sit here and think who can really deal with pufferfish on the Murky. It might be Thrall. I know Cassie can do it fairly well, depending if it's charge strikes or the current Q build, which I've seen getting some steam. Even tried it myself and actually prefer that build now since the start of the icebreaker tournament of the CCL.
Well, definitely a unique draft coming out from the side of Bronze6. I don't know, though. I'm starting to get the vibes that they're maybe not taking this game as seriously as I've seen them take other games, but we'll just have to see. Like I said, Ektar's already said in chat that Bronze6 is locked for a second place in this division. So for them, this game is not really a big deal to them. Even if they lose it, they're not going to fall to third to UuuuuuU. It's just for UuuuuuU, are they going to be third or fourth in their division going into these semifinals, or playoffs, I should say. Anyway, here we are. First game of our best of 3 tonight between Bronze6 and UuuuuU. On the left-hand side, we have Bronze6 with Kira on the Muradin, Juji playing Nova, Ferret on Ana, CRT on the Falstad, and Danny on the Murky.
All right, and on the side of UuuuuU, we have Sluxia on the Brightwing, Pang on the Garrosh, Unileska on Thrall, Coffee on Orphea, and Big Bird on Cassia.
2, 1. Well, what are you waiting for?
I kind of have to give the draft over to UuuuuU, but there's some kind of annoying things that they're going to have to deal with in this game. The Murky and the Nova.
I will say that, and double bribe on the side of Bronze6. So they need to take their camps quickly and often, basically on cooldown.
It could even be triple bribe if they wanted to, because don't forget Nova. Yes, Nova can talent into it as well.
I think that's what we call this comp, whether they go it or not. I don't know. I don't play Nova at all. I just know that a good Nova is kind of a pain to deal with at times.
Coffee is chasing down the Nova here, though, looking to try and get first blood. Jukin and Jiven coming out, pops the Unstoppable and is on the run, clones out to distract. Pang lands the throw there. It's going back in, though. He needs to be a bit careful because they're still hanging around. See, this is what I am saying. They have some weird things on their team where Murky and Nova can make really good distractions while the rest of the team soaks and looks for XP advantages elsewhere. Ferret getting quite low here, trying to back up, but unfortunately lands that beautiful sleep, looking to try and disengage. Unfortunately, going to get picked off by Orphea, and then down goes the Muradin as well, tossed in at the end there.
Yeah, absolutely. And now's what we're going to see here from UuuuuU on what they do with these small advantages. Murky's death timer is non-existent here, so he'll be back, and then Falstad can kind of be wherever he needs to be in a lot of these team fights. So they need to get their macro game going, which looks like they're going to do. They're going to see Coffee and Pang rotate down here to these giants, get these started first, as well as Big Bird going to start those siege camps. And we might see a little delay cap on this before first objective.
Another thing to keep in mind as well, though, going into this first objective, Ana, Nova, and Muradin have all used their Gladiator's Medallion. That's on a 5-minute cooldown, so that's not going to be up and available for this first fight at objective. Look at this Muradin! What's he doing all the way on the side of UuuuuU? UuuuuU, I think we're a little nervous for how tonight's game's gonna go, but I'm really getting vibes that Bronze6 is just here to play for fun and not for the wins.
You know what? I don't want to say it mentally messes with UuuuuU, but if it comes down to them two playing again in the playoffs, it can kind of you kind of get a feeling of how some team fights are going to go.
Here's the thing.
You play a team more than once.
Is if this was if this was like a professional, well, hang on, let's see how this plays out. Big Bird's taking quite a bit of damage here, and they're going to try and turn it around. He goes in for the Fen onto the Muradin, and now Orphea trying to pump some damage out as well. They have that Bruiser camp here to assist them in the mid. Polymorph goes out, but no picks so far. Let's say this was a high-tier professional league for a bunch of money. Juji getting chunked down by Orphea, but Orphea now a little bit out of position. Muradin stepping up to try and help her out, but the phase shift coming out from Brightwing. They get the pick on a Nova. Now Muradin left in a terrible position, going to jump over the wall there, but getting chased down by 3 members of UuuuuU. Meanwhile, Ana falling in the mid to Cassia. All right, back to my point. If this was like a professional league and you're playing this game where it doesn't matter if you lose, why would you show your hand? why would you show the things that you actually play to win games? You probably don't want to. Just food for thought.
Yeah, I mean, even at the point of, our team, we're practicing some different stuff for playoffs. Like, we do scrims against other teams. We try and scrim up, and they ask if they can stream it, and, it's just like, we don't care, but, like, we don't, like you said, we don't practice what we want to then at that point, just knowing that it make it out.
So at this point, I mean, if UuuuuuU doesn't really have an idea of what playing against Bronze6 is like, they would have found out tonight, but Bronze6 drafting these things that they're not going to draft in the finals and just kind of throwing these games tonight is kind of denying them that practice against a team that they're going to have a challenge with in playoffs.
And we do see bribe on Nova, so this is the triple bribe comp. We got money stacks, and we're gonna see like a full lightning build come out from the Falstad. So up close and personal, so we may see that upgraded Winterland's Blast as well. But down goes the Mercury. We're gonna see the Fen coming out onto Juji. Ferret getting that wonderful sleep dart, but Pang is trying to get the flip on the Murden, but Kira's gonna hop out of there with their life as Big Bird tries to get the poke down onto Juji, but he's gonna get a yeet from Pang, and the Fen in there has the trait and the blind, and then finishing off with that beautiful lightning rod there.
UuuuuuU already a full level up on Bronze6 here in game number 1. We have some camps up and available right now. Kira in the mid, getting quite low, chunked down by the Cassia, and Garrosh here is going to jump out. Looking at back up, needs to play it a little bit careful. Orphea on the siege camp in the bottom lane, trying to cap that. Brightwing soaking bottom against the Falstad, doing a pretty good job. Look at this Falstad, still sitting pretty low. She's getting a pretty decent lane pressure in this lane.
Yeah, and we see Coffee rotating on that camp again.
There's a lot going on in this map. There's just little skirmishes happening all over. Juji getting caught once again, taking a bunch of damage. Kira in the back trying to peel for him. I think we keep in mind this is the objective coming up, so if they do fall here, that's going to easily give this next, or a curse over in favor of UuuuuuU. It is going to be Anna falling here, followed by Murden. Murky goes down as well. He'll be back up in just a few short seconds, and he does have his egg top, so he's going to be around in time for this objective. But with the other two members down, this one's probably going to go over to the side of UuuuuuU, and level 10s are hit as well. So we're going to see them get curse here. They've also started the boss.
Yeah, weird play. I mean, that timers can give them this here, but things are pretty in their favor. Don't have 10s quite yet. Danny's doing as best as he can to start some damage onto that wall there.
Yeah, I hope that they don't waste too much of their time doing a boss during a curse, because that's an easy way to get 0 value off your curse. But they're still going to have a solid 40 seconds left now that this boss is capped to try and shove down some structures. It does look like they're just going to all in for that top lane. We do have Thrall breaking off to go soak mid, but nobody's in that bottom lane catching the soak there. So I'm not going to be surprised if we see Bronze6 catch up on XP here, simply because they're missing a full lane of soak. Danny almost getting caught out after his egg goes down by Cassia. Here comes the here comes the Murden all onto the Cassia, sending her behind the lines. But remember, we're in a curse phase, so there's no tower damage coming out. She's going to survive for the moment being. Phase shift coming out from Brightwing to try and save her, but they're stuck behind this wall here, and the curse is ending right now. Slexia taking tower shots. Is she going to live here?
Oh,
no,
no,
she is going to fall. Falstad's coming back in, landing that gust, sending them into the wall by the siege camp, looking to try and get a couple more picks here. Juji around as well. He's going to send out some snipes, and Falstad focusing down the members. Down goes the Orphea. Big Bird looking like he's going to be the next to fall. 3 members down on the side of UuuuuuU. Just a little bit too deep there. Look how low.
Yeah, unfortunately, the chase coming out onto Ping. Leslie trying to do the best that she can to get some peel on the team. Kira's not going to get there in time. Going to have to tap for both of these heroes, but out comes the Nova ult there to maybe try and pick off Unileska, and it's unsuccessful. But all things considered, 8 minutes in, they got a top keep wall down on the side of UuuuuuU. So, I mean, that team fight didn't go their way, but they at least have to, hang their hat on that accomplishment.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I'm not surprised to see these teams kind of turn up almost on even XP now, make that pretty even now that they got that pick onto Thrall in the mid. This troll draft starting to look not so troll anymore.
Yeah, I think the later this game goes, the later the power spike with Murky, depending on the build he goes here. But taking a peek over here at the Orphea build, Coffee is going the standard, trait build so far, but did go Feast, so we might see the upgrade at 20.
Yeah, it looks like that's probably going to take a little bit of adjusting, getting used to playing Orphea with that change on the level 7 talent. Just because you're used to having it up and then you need to wait that extra half a second for it to be up again, it can really put you in awkward positioning if you're not careful.
A little dance party down here on the Ring of Stones. I guess that's a tribute point there. And Slexia coming in, not having any of it. Just had that polymorph onto Kira there. All right, taking a look. We do have 13 stacks on Stormbolt, baseline, and Perfect Storm as well for Kira on the Murden.
Falstad able to pick up the tribute there, so no fight happening over that, and it just looked like UuuuuuU going to opt to clean up mid. Those Siege Giants pushing in bottom, so Falstad's already back down there, trying to clear that up. Phase shift coming out onto Orphea to try and heal her up. It looks like Pang is on the chase trying to find something. Unfortunately, Juji's just in his little stealth mode, so it makes it really hard for him to land anything there.
Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
It should be button stuck or something. Ooh.
I think both these teams are starting to have fun with this game and taking it a little less seriously now, which is kind of fun. I mean, it means no hard feelings at the end of it,
Oh, great. Unstoppable pop by Pang there. Kira's going to get tossed and polymorphed in. What a combo there, and taunt right after it. Beautiful stack on the CC coming up. We're going to see the Emerald Wind coming out, trying to disengage Murky a little bit from the back line. We're going to see the Pufferfish coming out onto Slexia, maybe to try and zone them off, but down goes Danny. We're going to see Slexia forego the channel of the objective with the Nazian onto Pang as they continue to press forward. We're going to see Juju getting flipped back. Going to pop his own Gladiator's Medallion, but Fen is going to connect. He's going to have to pop his own Gladiator's Medallion to get out of there and not take power shots.
A precision strike coming out from the Nova there. Doesn't really seem to connect onto too many members there. Hit Pang, but not too much health taken off. Murky is doing his thing top as this is going on as well. Big wave to clear up there. But this fort looking like it's going to be taken by UuuuuuU. Pang getting quite low here. But the fort actually focusing UuuuuuuU, so they're not able to find any picks there. Now they're going to have to look at backing off. They have that minion wave, and here comes the Murden. Two members down now. Murden falling and the Nova going down on the side of Bronze6.
Yep, they will have 16s here. I like the call here for this boss. We're going to see Coffee rotate up to deal with that Mercury, so he's not flying solo there, but he's going to go and bribe their Brewster camps here. Just Murky doing Murky things. Coffee will save half that fort, but we will see this boss here going over.
I wonder if he's going to be able to sneak
wall.
the trib as well, because nobody's around to contest. Orphea's in the top lane, but I don't know if she'll be able to rotate fast enough to interrupt the channel.
All right. Yeah, I don't think so either. The pings are going to come out, but I don't think Coffee's going to be able to get there even with the long range on the E.
And look, top fort. Murky's almost got it down now.
Yep, but as they clear that, they're probably going to clear up this camp here, maybe deal with Murky a little bit, and then, yep, as I said, they're going to rotate on this boss. We're going to see Pang start it already as the team rotates here. But they need to be careful here. Their boss burn is pretty quick, but we're going to see Gust is going to be available as well as...
That's what I'm thinking. If Murky can get eyes on this and let Falstad see where the boss health is he could easily fly up behind if he can get into position, but it's not looking like he's going to be able to, and gust them off and then take the point. But that's not happening here.
A little late on the rotation there, but I think that was the play there as we see Kira rotating up here with Haymaker available as well.
Well, this next trip, if Bronze6 can manage to pick it up, is going to be Curse in their favor here. But it's also completely okay for them to just give this one and defend the boss if they prefer. Falstad taking quite a bit of damage there from the Thrall and Cassia, but not for free. UuuuuuuU quite low going into this objective if they do decide to contest. I have a feeling that it might just be a couple... Well, Murky's going to clear top. The rest of them are around. I'm just interested to see how hard they're going to engage on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I like the combo from the Earthquake, from the Thrall there, as well as the Lightning Ball, and just Orphea in general, just doing more damage to slowed targets here. So, I mean, the team fight is there for sure, and Bronze6 is very squishy in some of these team fights.
Pang trying to go in for that pick on a Juji, but he did pop his, went into his stealth mode and ran away there, making him not able to throw the toss. And Muradin managing to survive as well. We saw him jump over the wall, run bottom, and he's just been using that trait to heal up over time. There is a play for this Bruiser camp here, an invade coming out from UuuuuuU. Precision Strike goes out from the Nova on the point. Not enough to do anything, though. They do manage to catch that Bruiser camp. Sleep comes out from the Ana, but the rest of the team just already backing up. No picks here. Camp over to the side of UuuuuuU before this next trip comes in, and this one gives Curse to whoever picks it up.
Yeah, and I was expecting to see the combo of the Gust into that wall and then Precision Strike. It just didn't happen to line up there. I don't know if Falstad maybe wasn't in position. But, you know, we're going to see UuuuuuU rotate here, get the position that they need. Pang is jumping onto Juji on that back line. The flip's going to come out. But we're going to see Kira jumping onto the back line of UuuuuuU, trying to do the best they can. We're going to see Big Bird get punched and then gusted back. But down goes Murphy. We're going to see Unileska finishing her Echo Quest a little bit as she slows Kira down on that channel, as we see the other members of UuuuuuU rotate onto Muradin, and down goes Muradin. Didn't have enough to get away. Juji getting slowed by Coffee there, and down goes Juji.
You know, I kind of have to hand it to Ana. She's actually doing a fantastic job of keeping some of these members alive in these fights. We should have seen the Nova fall much faster if it weren't for the heals that were being hit by Ana, and then we see the exact same thing with Falstad. He's juking talents, but not juking Ana heals somehow. So Ferret doing an excellent job, but just not good enough to win this with this draft, I should say.
Those Pag is just getting healed, almost going to make it, but we'll see the core going down at 30%. We'll probably see GG's coming out here as well. And game one going over to UuuuuuU.
Yep, I'm not too surprised.
But yeah, some great plays coming out from Bronze6 there. I mean, they did win that team fight. You know, UuuuuuU overstayed their welcome a little bit up on the top keep there. The combo potential was there, but I think UuuuuuU did a fantastic job on the macro there. You know, because Murky and Nova and Falstad, you know, the triple bribe team comp there could have got out of hand for them as well.
Yeah, I just think between having a Murky and a Nova on your team fight potential is a little lacking. And yeah, not much more to add to that.
No, I guess like I said, well, I don't know what the play is like I didn't even see what you know, Murky went March the Murlocs. Okay, because that's what I was thinking was maybe Octo Grab, Murd, and just dive one hero.
Well, that's the thing is if you went Octo Grab and you had a Precision Strike on top of that with a Nano Boost, if you Nano Boosted Nova when she did her Precision Strike, that's a lot of damage to have to heal through. Yeah, I mean, I still just going to go back and say it again, is that it just seems like Bronze6 is here to just have some fun tonight because they've already got that second place in the bag. It doesn't matter how this match turns out. So, I mean, I'm not surprised. I know I'm familiar with Bronze6. I'm familiar with some of the players. I know that they like to run meme things, so I'm not surprised at all that they're using this opportunity to pull out whatever they can.
The fun stuff, I mean, heck, we might even see a Cho'Gall here depending on where we head for game two here. But yeah, like you said, the Bronze6, like even in the coin flip, they were kind of down to earth. They really didn't matter to them whether it was first pick or map pick, you know, who called what coin flip. It was just like, hey, we're just here to have some fun. We're going to play some games and make it interesting. So after game one, I'm excited for a game two here.
I'm going to ask Smoogie if he is playing from South Korea now. Well, what are you expecting going in game two now? Because I feel like you can just basically throw everything out the window and make up whatever you're feeling. Because that feels like what Bronze6 is doing.
So I'm curious, like if the teams maybe were in contact. I'm sure they were. You know, the captains usually talk in NGS to get the scheduling done. But like, you know, maybe UuuuuuU here slacks. I don't want to say slacks off, but you know, it's not as tense as maybe they thought it would be. Maybe we see some spice coming out on their end as well. But I'm hoping for maybe a Cho'Gall. We could see, I don't know. I'm trying to think what else we might be able to see here. Abathur, Vikings. Maybe some fun stuff here if we go to another 3-lane map.
Yeah, well, hang on. Let's take a look at our map selections. What did they ban out here? We have Infernal Shrines and Towers of Doom taken away, and Dragonshire and Hanamura. Let me also update the score, because I'm a little behind on that. UuuuuuuU taking game number 1. There we go.
All right, so it looks like we do have a lobby here, and
Okay.
yeah, and it looks like it was a map choice from UuuuuuU. Yeah, we're gonna go head to Battlefield of Eternity. You know, I see maybe some Juice Ektar calling for Juice Pirates.
I'd love to see how about an Alistraza carry game, just nano boost, or just stim drone her or bloodluster in dragon form for the fun of it.
That would be beautiful.
I've seen it work on this map before. I've lost to it on this map before.
We could, you know, even a 5 healer. We might see 5 healer, 5 bruiser comp. We can see some fun stuff here coming out.
Ooh, Sonya Chen as a front line.
That just sounds awful, in a good way, but awful to want to happen to deal with.
Oh, you get the washing machine at level 20.
Yeah, if you can make it to 20, I mean, both those heroes are fantastic. Yeah, if you can make it to 20. But yeah, I love the wombo combos. So I'm always a fan of the dirty bathtub.
Yeah, but that's like a...
That's a known one. That's like
That's a known one that is very effective as well. Mm-hmm. We could see TLV, solo lane.
Yeah, I'll stack them all 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like skimming through the hero pool here to see what we might be able to see. Butcher comp, I wouldn't mind that. Alarak, Samuro. Illidan, I'm always down for an Illidan game as well.
I'm still trying to get the answer out of Smoogie. He doesn't want to give it up. Okay, he is in South Korea, so he is playing on a higher ping.
Well, at least I'm glad they made it safe. That's especially with COVID, and I think one of your streams, I know he was talking about it getting delayed for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised to see him pick up Nova. I was sure he was in Korea at this point, but I was surprised to see him pick up Nova. But then when the rest of the draft came in, I realized what they're doing. So yeah, they're just kind of having fun with tonight and messing around. I'm going to let them know that we're ready in the chat when they are. 'Cause this lobby is formed. Everyone's in here. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Wait, he's not at the moment? Oh, then I misunderstood what he said, because I asked him if he was in Cali or Korea, and he's in Korea. So maybe he's just messing with me.
Maybe mentally he's there already.
No, because he said after that his flight keeps changing and stuff keeps messing around. It's been changed a couple times, so I don't know. We'll never know, I guess. Unless maybe they win this one, which we're starting into right now. Battlefield of Eternity for our second map. I didn't even get to give you guys the rundown because, my bad. But this one is picked by... Who picked this one again?
I believe
right?
UuuuuuU picked this one, yep. And then Bronze6 should have first pick here. But a good Artanis map if they let it go through the bans.
I doubt that, but... yeah, and there it is, right off the bat. We're going to see Artanis banned out by Bronze6. Followed up by that Joanna.
Bans.
Yeah.
You know, they banned Gaslow last time. I mean, he is good on this map. He can rotate there and get some decent positioning. Maybe a Probius. I've dealt with some strong Probiuses on this map as well. And those
I would kind of like to see a serious match between these teams just to have an idea of how we might see the playoffs play out between them. the thing is, they're banning like it's a serious match because they're target banning, but then they're drafting silly things.
I know it was silly, but I mean, maybe they came in underestimating, UuuuuuuU, and then maybe UuuuuuU caught him off guard there. So we're gonna see that Gazelle ban again here, and the first pick is gonna come out here for Bronze6.
I was really ready to cast some like very competitive matches tonight between these two teams.
All right, and Juji, like you said, playing that Diva. Let's see here, 100% win rate so far this season. Not sure how many games. I could peek at that later, but seems like a very serious pick here. Lexia going to lock in that Bright Wing again. Did fantastic. A lot of great timed hyper shifts there to keep some people alive. And Coffee early picking the Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah, this is one of Coffee's staples here in his hero pool. Very well known for the Kel'Thuzad plays, and I'm kind of excited to watch it. It's not very often you actually get to see him play it, just because it either ends up getting banned or it doesn't quite fit in his team's draft or whatever they have going on. So,
oh yeah, and like I said, it's got they got a 4-man in the bottom unless they decide to split and keep less people in that lane. But we're gonna see the Sylvanas pick up here. Her other ult, her not picked out Wailing Arrow, is the major ult usually picked by her, but Mind Control getting another, I think, 10 seconds shaved off of it at 10, 40-second cooldown. And then I think another 5.
They're really, really trying to get us to pick Mind Control, and it's just not going to happen. And it's just not... I just... okay, well, maybe if they made the cooldown, like, ridiculously low, it would happen, but... I just don't, I don't know, man. Silencing a whole bunch of people, or maybe hitting a skill shot onto one person,
right?
Silencing them for a few seconds.
I think it has to be point and click. It just has to be a point and click ability, unfortunately. Maybe give it a shorter range, but almost like a range taunt.
All right, we do see the variant ban coming out on the side of UuuuuuU, followed up by the ban of ETC from Bronze6 here. This draft looking like they're starting to take this one a little bit more seriously, so this might be a little bit more competitive, a little bit more on par from what we can expect in the playoffs in Division B West. But there's still 2 more picks to come out from Bronze6, so we'll have to see.
Absolutely here, and we are going for a full-fledged pick comp here. I do like the Medivh pick up into the Garrosh Polymorph, but then Stitches, main tank Stitches. So it looks like we're going to get maybe some Stitches cheese.
Yep, some Gorge Portal cheese happening here. I mean, it wouldn't be a Bronze6 match if they didn't do something like this, right?
Absolutely. You know, I mean, you can take them out of the cheese, but you can't take the cheese out of them, right? So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting one here. But, I mean, Juji's going to have a good time sitting on Kel'Thuzad there in the back line. And good old Jimbo himself. So we're going to see an offlane Raynor probably trading into that Diva here a little bit. And I like that. I like this pickup a lot.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how that matchup plays out for UuuuuuU. Also kind of... It's interesting as well, though, because it's a very squishy team. And basically now 4 out of 5 hook targets from Stitches is an excellent target to hit. It's a little spooky.
Yeah, a good Stitches is something very much to deal with, but I think we all can expect the Gorge, the positioning is going to have to be key here.
I will say, though, they've got some pretty good race on the side of UuuuuU with the Raynor and the Cassia. And even KTZ can do some pretty decent burn, depending on how he builds as well.
Yep, absolutely. But, I mean, if they're going for a pick comp, they can probably just leave Raynor sit still. Or Cassia, depending. Even if she goes Charge Strikes. Charge Strikes does a fantastic job on the Immortal, like you said. But my guess is they're just going to try and get some picks. Why they leave Raynor on the objective.
The battle begins in 10 seconds.
All right, and on the side of UuuuuuU, we have Slexia on the Brightwing, Big Bird on Rainer, Pang on Garrosh, UuuuuuuLeska on Cassia, and Coffee on that famed Kel'Thuzad. Mm-hmm.
First blood. Heroes slain.
Some more trash talk coming out from both these teams. Love to see it here. I want to see them maybe try and get some pressure up here in the top lane. Maybe, you know, they didn't lose too much, just a half of a turret there. But we're going to see them maybe stack top a little bit here.
I don't even know how that happened, but thanks, Seven. Yeah, we might just see the 4-man playing in the top. That's what I was saying. I must have hit a hotkey somewhere that I don't know about it. I muted myself in OBS so stream couldn't hear me. Toss going out onto Danny, though. Portal is out for him to take the shield from Medivh as well. He's going to manage to get through there, but is he going to manage to walk away here? Cassia going in for the fend onto the Sylvanas and Medivh. And both teams getting quite low, but no kills secured here.
Man, what a trade in there. And like fantastic polymorphs coming out from Slexia there. You know, you can't take a portal when you're a sheep. So a lot of damage coming out there. So we'll see how, you know, if she's just holding maybe polymorph for, you know, Garage Toss or maybe an escape portal there.
You have a rotation coming out from Karazim, trying to get that pick on a Rainer in the bottom, but not quite able to find it. It does seem like Rainer is doing quite well into the D.Va in this bottom lane when he's 1v1. But Karazim makes it a little bit more difficult. But that means in the top lane, it's a 4v3 right now. And they managed to pick up the camp, and they're going to push this in now, get a little bit of siege damage on the front wall of this top court.
Yeah, and then Big Bird, I played a few games with Big Bird, great communicator, so you know he's calling to this 2 bottom to try and take any advantage that they can. They did take that top camp, but Pang getting hooked and a little low, but the beautiful hyper shift coming out from Celeste there to reset his health bar.
All right, we are going to see those Immortals.
For their bruisers.
Immortals spawning in 21 seconds here. Pretty typical for the teams to pick up those bruiser camps now. UuuuuuU making short work of theirs over here. And on the left-hand side, we have Bronze6 grabbing theirs as well. Yeah, this game is playing out a little bit more. People are taking it a little bit more seriously, it feels like.
I shall purge your evil from this land, demon.
All right, and as expected, we're going to see Big Bird rotating here onto this, but we're going to see Pang unfortunately getting caught in the Immortal stun there, getting really low, going to get the poop back from Smooch. Going to get the W in, try to heal himself a little bit to throw out. What a hook and chain and pull from Coffee there to get that, but unfortunately, they're going to chase down Pang, and down goes him, but they're going to D-Mac D.Va here a little bit, and they're going to have to heal out.
Coffee managing to land that combo on the KTZ, which is going to allow him to save his life here. He's out of mana, though. Phase shift coming out from the Brightwing to heal him out. He's going to get that tap. And now they're just kind of playing a waiting game of waiting until their tank is back up. The thing, here's the other thing I didn't mention when we were talking about the draft on the side of UuuuuU. Playing KTZ with one frontliner can be very challenging because there's only one person that can kind of stand in front of you to block anything coming in for you while you try to land your combos. And KTZ, his range isn't incredibly long. He's kind of got to step up quite a bit to land those combos, and only having that one frontliner to kind of, you know, make a wall for him in front of himself to protect him is a little bit more difficult. UuuuuuLeska getting quite low here, looking to disengage. He is safely behind that enemy wall now. Big Bird needs to be a bit careful. Out of position, trying to get some damage done on the flank. He does pop that Gladiator's medallion, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive here. Pang going in for the toss onto Stitches. Polymorph out as well, followed up by the stun, but no picks so far, or I should say counter picks on the side of UuuuuU coming out. They are now down their Rainer for the first bit of this push, but they managed to pick the Immortal, so...
Yep, and Seven's going to be online here for both teams. We'll see, yep, the great Q coming out here.
And not too much gained off this Immortal. They're going to manage to take down this front wall, but I imagine that's it unless they get a couple picks here, which is not looking too likely at this moment. That bottom camp is up and available, though, if they want to make a play for that. It will be a 4v4 fight over it. Karazim is backing, but of course UuuuuuU is doesn't know this.
Yeah, but to your point there, it will be hard. Coffee doesn't have the peels, like maybe unless they did run a bruiser comp. But the way his chains have been landing tonight, he's his own heel, or I'm sorry, his own peel.
Yeah.
With his own chains here.
See that hook coming out from the Stitches again, but he's now being tossed in underneath enemy towers. The portal is down, and the shield's used as well. Polymorph came out to delay him taking that portal, and he almost falls, but fortunately able to take it and save himself there. And it's going to be Bronze6 backing up a bit. Hook comes out onto the KTZ. He's tossed out by Pain, trying to save his life, but it's not enough to keep him alive. Down goes KTZ. Now a 4v3 in favor of Bronze6 in the bottom lane. They could make a play for this camp.
Yeah, that feels bad. I mean, I think we've all been there. Just, oh, you think you're free, you're out of there, and then you die like a second before you hit the ground. But yeah, it's a nice try from Peng getting that, trying to get that save toss there. But we're going to see, hopefully he is back up here. Now we're going to see the flip out onto the Sylvanas there, with the protected shield going to come out with the hook, catching Unileska. Not going to be able to catch a wall. She's going to be okay there. But great hook from Danny there.
Just a quick note here that baseline quest on Medivh, 3 stacks off of being finished off, and the baseline quest on KTZ, only that 1 stack. So that might have been why we saw him, excuse me, hiccups. That might have been why we saw him step up so far forward there.
Yeah, absolutely. Spider-Man meme pointing at each other. Both of those quests we were talking about, respectively, getting done there. But we're going to see the hook coming out onto Peng, and then Stitches running away. That may not have been the hook that he wanted, because he can just kind of get thrown back into the team.
I'm scared to cast now. I got the hiccups.
Oh, listen, we've all been there.
Level 10's hit for Bronze6 here in this fight. Shield going out onto the Medivh to keep him alive, and we are going to see the ley line connecting, followed up by the Diva explosion coming out here. But so far, no picks for Bronze6 with this talent tier advantage. Level 10's still a bit of ways for UuuuuuU, considering no one's really soaking their lanes here. I imagine they're going to go try and find that now during the halftime Immortal phase, but right now it does look like Bronze6 kind of positioning well for this one, although they are behind on the race. There's the toss going out onto the Stitches, but the shield coming out from Medivh to protect him here. We do have that ball lightning bouncing around Ferret on the flank, trying to get some damage onto Coffee, and there's the Gorge onto Raynor. They drop the portal. Raynor all the way back by their wall here. He is going to go down. They get that pick, but is it going to be for free? Ferret is still deep in enemy lines here. He's going to pop that 7-sided strike, get some damage out, and stay alive for the time being. The rest of the members of UuuuuuU now starting to run away. We had that phase shift coming out from Brightwing to try and save her. Unileska taking a lot of damage, trying to do everything she can to survive, but she is going to fall here. The chase is still on for these members. Taunt coming out from Garrosh, getting some nice tower damage onto Stitches, and here comes Coffee's ult. Another toss onto Stitches. Portal is down though. Polymorph coming out. He's not able to take it, and he just manages to pop out of the Polymorph in time to escape through that portal. Whew!
And not a single hiccup in sight. Fantastic job as we move in here onto this. We're going to see the burn. Just like you said, the burn is so well out of the side of UuuuuuU here. I think they actually take this one here. We're going to see the mind control finally getting picked. Coffee and kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. It does go down to the team, but we're able to secure the Immortal. But we're going to see lightning ball coming out, going to bounce around. But unfortunately, that portal is going to put a cancel to that. We're going to see Raynor chasing down the Sylvanas, Danny and Peng 1v1ing here down in the bottom. Kara going to pop in and secure the kill on that. Big Mark getting low as well. We have a bloodbath here in game number 2. Down goes Medivh, down goes Raynor, and that will be a 2-for-3 trade in favor of Bronze6.
So the thing is that Bronze6 is being really greedy for picks here. They could have won this Immortal, but instead they chased all the way down into enemies' keep walls, trying to get more picks when they could have just went for the burn and won this Immortal. Kind of just seems like they're just out for blood to try and,
get the sweet highlight video. Yeah. But I like this call here to push bottom. Don't chase down that Immortal. They got that fort. He will just reach to the wall, and it will go down here. But half of the fort down bottom. We're gonna see the chain and the just miss north of Juju here. But we're gonna see the play. Kira getting really low as well. Nowhere to go. What a bird transformation there. We're gonna see the Hyperion coming out, gonna finish off this bottom fort, and that's 2 forts here with the second objective for UuuuuuU.
I mean, all in all, 2 forts grabbed there, even though they're behind a level on XP. So Bronze6 kind of winning these team fights a lot of the time, but just not able to find the value that they need off of those wins. They are looking for that Gorge Portal combo now because that is up on Stitches. And Danny is positioning very aggressively, trying to find that. This Bruiser camp up and available. They have that level 13 Talontier advantage on UuuuuuU right now. So, it's their business to be here. And there we go. Stitches going for the hook, but immediately tossed by Garrosh. We still have that Gorge coming out. He's going to be able to make it through the portal. He is. Garrosh in the enemy lines now. 7-sided strike coming out, and they get the kill onto Garrosh. Leyline connecting onto Raynor. Going to be able to catch him out of position now. Mind control coming out, and down goes Raynor as well. 2 members down on UuuuuuU.
Yeah, that was a little bit rough. I saw Ektar mention in the chat about Sluxy taking Blink Heal versus Emerald Wind, and I think it's just for just because of the portal, is going to be able to maybe Z in and save herself, or if Z is down, be able to blink and through these portals to maybe try and save their teammate if they can.
I love seeing a team take advantage of Sylvanas' trait when they can, and this is what we're seeing from the side of Bronze6. They're just not even going to bother with the wall. They go straight on for the keep, shut it down with Sylv trait, and run it down there. So now they're up a structure. Well, they're only down 1 structure, I guess I should say, to UuuuuU's.
Yep, 13s will come online by the time they rotate here onto the Immortal here. But the hook coming out from Stitches, not going to be able to successfully land onto anybody. Coffee trying to get in position to maybe get a quick pick here on themselves. Ping's going to be able to step up here, but the Mind Control going to come out onto Ping. All the damage going to get 7-sided strike going to come out. The Unstoppable's going to get popped from the Garrosh, but unfortunately it is not enough, and Brightwing is not going to be able to do anything onto that pick. But we're going to see Diva going down from Coffee. Great pick here. We're going to see Ball Lightning coming out, but we're going to see Halftime coming on as well. Coffee not going to be able to land anybody with that, but we're going to see oh, sorry, I missed Cassie going down there.
That's okay. I was watching. Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah, I was watching the Leyline Seal there in the middle.
Though, I kind of like that we're seeing some effective use of mind control after we were kind of shit-talking it a little bit. Because basically they're just grabbing, Garrosh steps forward and they're just like, oh, you're forward enough that your team's not going to be around to help you. We're just going to walk you in over here and 7-sided you and you're dead.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I was thinking, even in a Garrosh, the percent base damage is fantastic. We're seeing Coffee get the hook,
goodness.
but nobody was trying to follow up for Danny there. But always going to pull back here and protect him. The Q coming out onto Danny. He's going to be able to E onto Coffee.
Kira,
there. We're going to reset onto that.
Yeah, Kira is hanging around to also drop a portal if someone gets in trouble. And there goes right there. Shield out as well. Ferret's going to opt just to Q out 7-sided strike. Coffee caught out of position here. Thrown out by the Garrosh, but he has that poison damage. Slexia managing to heal him up. Here comes the phase shift to get him the rest of the way. But Pang looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble here as the rest of the members are chasing him down with their eyes set on the tank here. Pops that Gladiator's medallion to avoid the hook, but unfortunately going to fall here. And that Immortal the entire time shoving down this bottom lane and in favor of Bronze6. We have a big raid coming in from Nexus Gaming Series. Thank you so much. There's that Gorge,
absolutely.
but they're not able to get the portal in time. Cassia's still way out of position here, though. She is going to fall. This means a 3-person defense in this bottom lane. Level 16's online for Bronze6. This is a keep potentially going down here.
Yeah, and then another Mind Control going to be successfully. That is a 40-second cooldown. That's some abilities have, base kit abilities have a cooldown like that. But I was just going to say, did go Q build. So maybe if this game does go to 20, still did have to get that Q 20. But we're going to hook coming on to Pang. He's going to pop an Unstoppable to get out of there alive. They're going to have the time of their lives going to clear this camp here. And then the first keep of the game going down here at 14 minutes.
We do have that top siege camp up and available if teams would like to do that, and it does look like Bronze6 may be eyeing that up as they rotate into the top lane here. This is the point where I would be considering freezing my lanes. You're quite far behind on XP. You don't really want to be stepping out from behind your walls here, and clearing that lane just makes it harder for you to get XP and catch up and be on an equal talent tier for your next fight.
Yeah. I mean, they're running a pick comp themselves. I mean, let them come to you. Let the XP come to you. You know, I mean, I've been in this place before where it's hard to step out. I mean, you can even be, as we see the hook coming out there, you can't even safely behind your wall and fear about dying. You're not even really out of position there either. But, you know, Slexia getting that blink heal off there to escape maybe certain death there.
Well, that's the nice thing about running Medivh with the Stitches, too, is he can sit behind the wall and give vision to Stitches. So it's not like he needs to land blind hooks. He can have full vision of the team when he goes for these hooks where they're behind their walls. They are going to try and take UuuuuuU's Bruiser camp here in the mid. Likely going to go over to them. But level 16 is almost online now for UuuuuuU, so we might see them look to take a fight here quite soon.
There is no
Yep, now will be their chance.
Bronze6 going straight for that immortal burn here while UuuuuuU stops to clear up the Bruiser camp that they capped here. But here's their window to take that fight on equal talent tiers. Pang in the backline, Polymorph going out onto Danny, but the 7-sided strike coming out and making quite a dent in Pang's health bar. Slex was able to heal him quite a bit. We do have Rainer's Hyperion out to do a bit of damage during this team fight. Danny getting quite low in the fight as well. Hook goes out, but it does not connect. And now they're starting to burn the Immortal on the blue side there. However, halftime in favor for
Bronze6.
Bronze6. Yeah, there we go. Words, they're hard.
They sure are.
Interesting, both teams are just deciding to race this out here.
Yeah, UuuuuU's gonna get the toss and the polymorph out onto, but the protector's gonna come out onto Kira and the portal as well.
Oh my
be able
gosh.
to sneak away with sub 300 health there, as we see some catapults already starting their shots onto the core. We will see the immortal rotating top here. I thought I heard a mind control come out there. I'm not sure.
You did
though.
hear a mind control. They attempted to land that onto the Garrosh, missed it, but it didn't matter because Garrosh isolated enough for the 7-sided strike to get the pick there. Coffee now stuck in the back line, trying to just juke and jive here, but really nowhere left for him to go. So we're going to see him fall as well. 2 members down on the side of UuuuuuU for this immortal push onto the top keep.
That's 2 members dead for UuuuuU for about 20-30 seconds here. So any other picks coming out here with this might be game.
We do have Leyline mind control up on the side of Bronze6 to try and secure some picks here. Mind control does go out, but it doesn't quite connect onto Slexia. She's able to avoid that, and now Cassia, Brightwing, and Garrosh up for this last defense with a very healthy Immortal pushing 4 here.
We see the Fen coming out from Unileska there. I'm going to see the Blink, I'm sorry, the K-Shift coming out here. Kira about half health. Unstoppable coming out from Pang.
But it's not going to be enough. Game number 2 going over to Bronze6. They started to take this one a little bit more seriously here. I'm excited for game 3. Do you think we're going to see them continue to take these games seriously, or go back to game number 1 where they're all about the memes and cheese? I mean, I guess they're still about the memes this game.
I don't know. I'm kind of contemplating, especially into the Garrosh, the mind control. You know, Sylvanas CRT did not go percent base damage at 1, but
well, she doesn't need to. If they were planning on Karazim taking 7-sided strike the entire time, the mind control sets up and you have all of the percent damage you need on 7-sided to get the kill onto Garrosh, especially when he's the solo, like, he is the only frontliner on their team, you know? It's so easy just to so easy just to land that onto the big beefy tank that's trying to walk in, and he can't really do anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because they're trying hard. I mean, two patches ago, I mean, they you know, you hit the mind control, they automatically have 3 stacks of Banshee's Curse. 20 now. Your Q gives I would assume 1 stack at each hit. It shoots 5 shots on Q, but another 3 easy stacks there. But yeah, mind control doing some work here, maybe proving everybody wrong here, and Blizzard made a mistake putting it at 40 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think having that Wailing Arrow is definitely invaluable because you can silence literally all 5 members if they're clumped enough to turn a team fight.
Sure.
But definitely effective if you're isolating one target for a 7-sided strike like we saw Bronze6 do here. So what do you think we're going to see for a map going into game number 3?
I'm not sure. So it'll be in favor of, I'm guessing, UuuuuuU, since they did drop the map here. I'm guessing they'll probably opt for first pick. I think they like first pick if they can get it. So we'll see. But I'm thinking maybe a Volskaya.
Chat says, wait, I see Stitches M&D. You mean to tell me they were not memeing this game? Well, the first game they went Nova, Murky, Falstad, Anna Murden. So, I mean, yeah, they were. They're known for running cheesy, memey stuff, Bronze6 is. But this is like Bronze6 meme light, you know?
Yeah, this one's a proven strategy that is she's kind of like G's Pirates. It is something that does work.
Yeah,
does have counters to it, but just some BS you gotta deal with from time to time.
Erzer's says Bronze6 and Medivh Stitch's game is more or less serious, which yeah, you're right, it is.
But who knows? I mean, like maybe they came out and or maybe memeing game 1 and then wanted to try hard game 2.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, we may see them meme here game 3.
Yeah, I mean, typically all their games that I've casted before, they take game 1 seriously, and then if they win, they do something silly in game 2. So they just mixed it up tonight, I guess. Not as much on the line, because for those of you just joining in, they already have secured second place right now in the standings for B West. Even if they lose to UuuuuuU tonight, they're still going to hold on to second place in the division. So there's not really much for them to lose in this match here.
But yeah, going into a game 3, that means that UuuuuuU locks in third place as well, taking a match here, or at least getting 1 point. So they are safe here. So we might just see an all-out meme more here in game number 3.
You think both teams are just gonna be like, let's all play healers?
Yeah, how about it? Whoever gets all the healers wins. Can work on Volskaya.
Or maybe they're taking it serious because it's taking them quite a long time to figure out what map they want.
Well, yeah, it could be Bronze6. They may just want to see where they want to meme. It's kind of how game number 1 went. We weren't sure where we were going to go. So, Cursed Hollow was their pick. So maybe Alterac Pass, another larger 3-lane map pool available. I'm trying to think what else might be available here.
Yeah,
Another
actually,
3-lane map
let's pop over and go over the map selections here for those of you just joining in, because I know Nexus Gaming Series just rated us over, so a bunch of new people here, and I have to update the score still. Oh, oops. There we go. All right, game number 1 was played on Cursed Hollow, that map picked by Bronze6, but won by UuuuuuU. And then going into game number 2, we did see Battlefield of Eternity. This time, the map picked by UuuuuuU, but won by Bronze6. If you're curious about those bans, we do see Infernal Shrines and Towers of Dune banned out by Bronze6. And on the side of UuuuuuU, Dragonshire and Hanamura taken out of the map pool.
Black Cat, can BTB pass UuuuuuU? I believe if I looked at it correctly, if Bronze6 dominated UuuuuuU, if UuuuuuU didn't get a single point in this game, then yes, they had an opportunity to, I believe, at least tie. I'm not sure how the two of those met, but unfortunately they did take game 1 off of Bronze6, so I believe that does solidify game or third place for UuuuuuU.
We have Weenus coming in with the raid as well. Thank you so much. I hope you had a fantastic cast tonight, Weenus.
Oh, man, we got Towers. I'm sorry, Spider Queen available. There's some good maps. I just don't like Braxis. I mean, we can just ignore that map altogether, in my opinion.
Now I want to go check the standings of B West.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, only Black Hat. Good for you for calling
yeah.
that out. Cause...
No, you're right. UuuuuuU currently 19 points, better than Bots sitting at 17, so that 1 point brings them to 20, which means that they can't really catch up now.
Mm-hmm. And then I think Better Than Bots had the 10 games played this season. So unfortunately, they were kind of because I was looking at that as well to see who else had games to play this season.
Let me pop back over to us. I guess they are really taking this seriously in this last game.
Maybe a quick sweaty.
Still not a lobby up for us.
Just a sweaty break here.
All right.
Just having a little bio break, looking forward to the lobby link. Maybe they're just going to forfeit. They're just like, okay,
I
we
hope
did what
not.
we wanted to do.
I
Yeah, I
hope
don't want that to
not.
happen to you 2 nights in a row.
That happened to me last night. The third game ended up having to be forfeited because somebody ended up having an emergency and they couldn't get a sub in. So
That's frightening. Hopefully everyone involved is okay. Nothing too serious, I hope.
yeah, hopefully. All right. One of the team's asking for the lobby link, so there we go. Oh, isn't this what you just said? We'll just ignore this map.
Yep. All right, chat. Jazzy, thanks for the. No, just kidding. We are heading to Bronze6. Wait, this is Outpost, not Holdout.
Wait. This isn't right. Wait. I don't think they meant to go here. All right, well, let's just leave that because I don't think we're playing on an ARAM map. Try again later.
I mean, I'd be cool with it. That's just team fight all the time. ARAM is way better than Quick Match now, anyway.
What do you think of the, just speaking of Quick Match, the Warhead changes? Have you had an opportunity to look at those yet?
I did. It was actually not too bad. I mean, the map is still the map, but it was a little bit more enjoyable. I mean, it kind of makes everybody a pseudo global because they're available right off the start.
Yeah.
And you can kind of rotate quickly, and only having the one boss to take place for.
And then additionally, the extra vision in the bottom as well to cap, which makes it much easier to catch rotations and see where people are on such a huge map. I'm wondering now, my next question is, are these changes going to be enough that we might see it added to ranked rotation one day?
I'm not sure. I mean, I know the devs made the comment about it was just like the race to push with a boss. And I think it was the same thing with Blackheart's Bay as well. I mean, both were removed from rotation by the time I came to the game, but I know there was like particular strats. And I think Blackheart's Bay, I believe it was just do camps and get the coins and fight over turn-in.
All right.
But it felt less like Warhead Junction, to be honest with you. And I actually wouldn't mind. I mean, I know it's gated, it's time gated on Towers of Doom, but I wouldn't mind just having that one tunnel open. But they are based, so they're not in your base. So they're actually there's the north sewer tunnel and then the south sewer tunnel.
They just connect to each other,
nice.
so you can just get from top to bottom of the map a lot easier.
Yeah, which is really convenient. Really good for ganks. Again, everyone's a pseudo global, so I think we were going up against a Nazeebo, and I think he had like 8 deaths by the end of the game because the poor guy was just trying to do some siege damage, and we just rotated on him. So.
All right, we are going to Brax's Holdout for the last game of the evening here. It does look like this was picked by UuuuuuU because Bronze6 has first pick here. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Medivh can make the rotation here between the the north and south points. And this could be another cheese map, I believe, to get some picks here as well. So might see some different targeted bans coming out here.
What are you expecting to see in the solo lane here? Knowing that they're probably not going to let D.Va through again and Gazlo. I mean, I think they're going to ban Gazlo and D.Va for this game because they banned Joanna D.Va in the first game and then they banned Joanna Gazlo in the second game for their first bans. Are they going to do Gazlo D.Va this one? Oh, okay. Okay, this makes more sense. I was a little confused because Braxis is not a map that I expected UuuuuuU to be picking up here, and they just have the first pick set wrong. So it's actually this map is picked by Bronze6. This makes so much more sense. This feels like a Bronze6 map.
Yeah, so another snowbally map. I know Curse Hollow and Braxis both. BOE not so much as a snowbally map, but it was picked by UuuuuuU, game number 2. But, you know, 2 snowbally maps getting picked by Bronze6 here.
Well, let's just pop over once again, take a look at these map selections, give you guys a rundown of how we got where we are and where we're going here. Game number 1 that was picked by Bronze6, played on Cursed Hollow, but the win going over to UuuuuuU. Game number 2, picked by UuuuuuU, we went to Battlefield of Eternity, but the win grabbed by Bronze6. Now for game number 3, we are going to Brax's Holdout, this time map picked by Bronze6. If you're curious about those map bans, Infernal Shrines, Towers of Doom, banned out by Bronze6, Dragonshire Hanamura, taken away by UuuuuuU. And here we go. Game number 3 on the way here.
Yeah, so anyway, back to the solo lane. I know we had a discussion about D.Va and Gazlo. I don't expect, UuuuuuuU to have the Artanis here. So, I mean, maybe they do. I mean, his wave clear isn't that great. We could see a Sonya. Maybe I'm not sure if we have a Rexar player on either one of these teams, but he's pretty great here.
GG plays Rexar.
Okay, good to know. Excuse me. Urel as well. Kind of symbolically on point here, but you know what? Maybe this is the Juice Pirate map. I have no idea. I would like to see. You know what? I would love to see whether they practice it or not. I would just love to see UuuuuuU maybe bust out Juice Pirates here. Game number 3, just try and out cheese the cheese.
I don't know that this is the map for Juice Pirates, though. It's such a small map that you can easily rotate to respond to a team pushing down. Typically, you want to do it on, like, a little bit bigger of a map so that you can medevac across the map, create some space, and take down a fort, and then you just shove that lane straight to core from there. We are going to see the Artanis ban coming out from Bronze6, Joanna ban once again from UuuuuuU, so they are sticking with the Joanna ban, but it's whether they're going to ban out D.Va or Gazlo next.
Pick the poisons there. Yeah, I mean, Gazlo did get a little bit of nerf. I'm not sure if he is still ban worthy. I don't know how overpowered he was. I mean, even after the rework, he still had a positive win rate, and then got the touch up there. So they backpedaled that a little bit here.
Yeah.
And they're going to ban Gazlo themselves. So bans coming out similar to game number 1 here.
I mean, fair enough. I don't know if UuuuuuU has a Gazlo player.
That seems like something Big Bird would have in like the back of his pocket.
The only person that I can think that maybe plays him is Big Bird.
Oh, all right, some spice. This is some Silval. This is like my territory here. Like Ragnaros. Do we get to see the Gul'dan here? Bans. Heroes that see bans down in the lower tiers of the game.
Alex and Chaz asking, already ban? Yeah, that's a ban, target ban onto UuuuuuU. She's an Artanis main and can land some pretty godly swaps, so that's why we're seeing that ban come out here. It's not like it's a meta pick or anything. It's strictly target ban. Yep,
and then I know there's the contrary about taking the Ragnaros here. You draft Ragnaros to lose the objective, and it just he can delay these games so long to give a team the objective. And we're gonna see Selexia pick up that Brightwing again. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Had some great polymorphs, had some great hyper shifts coming in there. And then UuuuuuU, I know I've seen a handful of games on her Kael'thas, and it is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Yuna has had to expand and work on other heroes in her hero pool for this season of NGS, and this is one of those heroes that we have seen her pick up a few times now during these games.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of terrible, seeing the same band. You don't get to play like a hero that you love.
But they're wasting a ban on Artanis instead of something meta.
And that's what,
so...
that was going to be the point I was going to make. And and then you get good at these other heroes because you have to play them, just as much. And then do they let the Artanis through? They kind of have to pick their poison.
Mm-hmm.
But ETC ban coming out here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was wondering if Alarak, we're going to see him in the solo lane or if we're going to see him in the 4-man. So like, are you going to see Ragnaros in the solo lane? So is it going to be an Alarak Ragnaros matchup?
I'm not sure. My guess is probably the Garrosh flip into the Alarak pool. There's the Gul'dan for a little bit. Wave clear. I was going to say I like the wave clear on the side of UuuuuuU a lot better so far, but Gul'dan will gladly take care of any Zerg waves, and then the Tyrande.
Kind of feels like some of their draft are just picks to deny. Oh.
All right, and the Brightwing looks like an even bigger Galaxy Brain play, hyper shifting the percent base healing there. I love this pick. Ragnaros is going to be able to, just keep the soak going and for that late game.
Yeah, and they're kind of left with this last pick to try and counter the Cho'Gall.
Yep. So I mean, Gul'dan can pseudo off lane, so maybe a Tychus. They may just swap.
Yeah, Tychus.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said yes. I said they can probably swap Gul'dan into the off lane there against Ragnaros. Could probably bully Ragnaros there a little bit. Has self sustain, but I like the cheese pickup here. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like who plays what on the side of Bronze6 to counter that, but there we go. Tychus getting locked in here. I like that. UuuuuuU is like, oh, you're gonna run this kind of stuff. Well, we'll just return it right back at you. Here's a Cho'Gall.
All right, game 3, and I think the name will be Penfey. So that's kind of an exciting name coming out here, and I'm glad to see some spice in all 3 matches here.
Yeah, it will be Penfey. All right, going into game number 3 of the evening tonight here. Winner takes it all, which is nothing because they're all just going to end up in the same place that they started the night off. But
it's just trial and error here. But yeah, I mean it's Garrosh, Tyrande, Tychus, and Alarak in the 4-man. The range, they got to step up real close to that Brightwing and Cho'Gall.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we are.
Facility powering up.
We're about to begin.
Yep, it's going suck build. Yep. So that will be the build. I expect the full healing off the dead minions and stuff. But on the side of UuuuuuU here, I'll just announce this hero real quick. We've got the Brightwing being played by Celeste Kalpos, by Unileska, Big Bird picking up Ragnaros, and Coffee and Pang picking up the Cho'Gall.
I don't know how I'm doing this. I keep muting myself in OBS. Oh, I'm wondering if it's the zoom out on the map that's like messing with something in OBS.
Well, it could be the Z or the shift. That's weird.
Yeah. At least chat picks up on it real quick, because I don't.
Oh yeah, no. Unfortunately, like I can hear you too, so I wouldn't be able to give you notice here.
Yeah, it doesn't mute Discord. Anyway, a little bit of a fight going on here in the bottom. Toss goes out onto the Cho'Gall here, sent into the back line, but he's able to walk away safe and sound, hit that tap, and get healed back up.
Ooh, let's get caught. She's gonna pop an unstoppable there a little bit. Gonna get some flames out onto Danny. Great rotation out of there for it, keeping the distance away as well here. But we will see True Shot Aura coming out at level 1 for Tyrande.
Now I'm paranoid about hitting stuff on my keyboard and muting myself. Pang getting tossed out of position here a little bit, but they are going to use that shove, manage to back out. Phase shift coming out from the Brightwing to heal him back up, and look at that heal. Whew.
Yeah, that combo is pretty good. Normally you see the Alexstrasza or the Rhaegar there, but Brightwing is just all sorts
Ariel.
of love right now. Yeah, Ariel as well. Yep, the great battery from there. But Fefe is getting a little low there. Going to get queued by the Garrosh here, but all is well. But we're going to take a peek up here at Big Bird. Big Bird doing well into that Gul'dan, holding top point for the team. And Juji's just doing what they can to kind of freeze that lane against the Ragnaros.
It's always difficult playing into a Cho'Gall comp because you need to win the early game hard. Like as soon as Cho'Gall gets level 16, and there we go, they managed to get that pick there. First blood onto the Cho'Gall. But as I was saying, they get that level 16, and it's just it becomes infinitely harder to win fights into a Cho'Gall.
All right, so
look
they
at
are
this
calling for the watch this.
rotation.
Yep.
Woo! Big Bird.
Big Bird with the jukes. I don't think it's going to be enough, unfortunately. He's going to get pelted by the owl. Kira's going to chase him down. Does have the pull combo here. And unfortunately, around that little hole there, he's going to have to run in a straight line. But, oh, Penfefe coming in to save the day. Going to be from Big Bird. And he's coming out onto him as well.
Wow, what a save. I can't believe he stayed alive there.
Oh my goodness, and Penfefe going to be able to sneak out of there as well and has tap available.
Look at this. This is Bronze6 getting the channel on the point to kick it off here. Already sitting at about 20% as Cho'Gall comes in to try and cap that back. UuuuuuuuU getting caught out there. Down goes the Kael'thas. Memphis on the side of Bronze6 getting quite low though from the Cho'Gall damage. They don't seem to care though. They're kind of going all in here.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta be careful. They're probably just trying to go hard now. Like you said, they gotta win the early game because if not, come later on, it's just, they're all dead here. I think these team fights.
We do have Cho'Gall picking up the siege camp on the side of UuuuuuU here, but Reg having a little bit of difficulty facing off into the ghoul down in the top lane. Faceshift had to come out to save him here, and Kira coming in for the rotation, lands the combo onto him. Silence goes out, not enough to get the pick though, and now it's a 4v2 up in this top lane in favor of UuuuuuU. We do have Tyrande coming up to help out as well, and making it a 4v3.
All right, and I like this rotation here. We're going to see the pull and the silence coming out onto Penfefe, but the E going to come out, but it's going to eat that stun as well. And I will say, I have a mini panic attack every time you say Kira because I'm thinking I'm watching the wrong game because I'm looking for a Kira at that point.
Garrosh getting quite low there. He's going to be able to make it out though. It doesn't look like he has a tap up because he's just hovering around waiting to see what he can do to help his team out if he needs to throw someone out maybe.
So I did see, like, I'm not sure if there's any Kerrigan players, but I did see that Kerrigan was released. She's out of jail for the NGS moving forward, so they did fix her bug there at the early talent as well.
Which is a potential thing that we could have seen UuuuuuU pick up tonight, because that's another hero that Coffee's quite comfortable on. UuuuuuuU in a little bit of trouble here. She is going to get picked off, allowing CRT and Judy to hold on to this point for just a moment more. Cho'Gall coming in, trying to get some damage out. They do manage to get the counter pick onto Tychus, and the phase shift coming in to save Cho'Gall after Tychus just shredded through that Cho'Gall health. But is Slexi going to pay for this? No. But is Cho'Gall? Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. Penfefe will pay for the sins there, but Slexi doing an amazing job as Brightwing, just topping off this Cho'Gall. I think each and every time that phase shift is there is coming at a clutch time.
Alex in chat says, is this a map that red team can even stall for 16 on? Yeah, well, that's the thing is typically Braxis Holdout is a very snowbally map. This is not the best map to need to get to late game on, but 16's, it's not impossible. It is, like, 2 lanes maps are typically good for Cho'Gall, so it's not the worst map to pick a Cho'Gall on. It's just whether you can play it to the point that you get in a position where you can win because of your level 16 talent tier advantage. And right now, Bronze6 already up, 2 levels, I guess more like a level and a half on UuuuuuU. We're going to see them hit that level 10 so before UuuuuuU and potentially look for a fight. So definitely the position you want to be in playing against a Cho'Gall on the side of Bronze6 is get that level lead as soon as possible and try to maintain it.
Yeah, but like I said, come level 10, I think it's a different game for UuuuuuU here. The lava wave will do a ton of damage, but Juji trying to get that W rolling onto Ragnaros there, but unfortunately not going to be able to sustain there, and Fight going to have to peel back a little bit as we see the rotation up here onto the top, onto Penfefe.
Look at the all chat. Ooh. First time Garrosh?
Listen, the chat's spicier than this these team fights currently, so something's going on here. But we're gonna see a boss play here from the side of Bronze6, but Cho'Gall gonna sniff it out in the spray, getting the old lovely Carbot spray there.
Yeah, they're aware that this boss is going on, but unfortunately, UuuuuuU just not at level 10 yet, so going to be a bit hard for them to contest. Kind of looks like there's a call to do it anyways. Cho'Gall on the point, but it's shoved off. It looks like he used his shove to get off there. And the rest of the members now showing up. They get that pick onto Reg. Cho'Gall getting quite low. He's going to fall as well. Down goes Brightwing. Unileska trying to run away, but it's not going to be enough. She falls as well. A 5-0 in favor of Bronze 6, and they're going to make a play to invade this Bruiser camp as well. So they're going to have the boss and Bruiser camp pushing this bottom lane, and that's conveniently also where this next Zerg wave is going to spawn in.
Yeah, and we will see, fortunately enough, death timers not that long, halfway to level 10 here, where I think that power spike comes online for UuuuuuU. So as long as they can hold on here, I think they have a shot yet.
Guys wondering how much of Bronze 6's draft was just picks to deny UuuuuU here? Because Alarak is one of those heroes that Coffee plays, and we've seen Garrosh being played by Pang quite frequently by UuuuuU as well. But it looks like, you know, for the most part, they're quite capable of playing these heroes as well. All right, channel is going over in favor of Bronze 6 here, already sitting at 60% and climbing. A little bit of a skirmish breaking out here. Cho'Gall getting some damage out onto the Alarak. They're going to get the pick there. Fear coming out from Gul'dan, but not enough to help his team here as they're getting chased down. They do manage to get that pick on the Kael'thas, though. It's just a matter of how the rest of this is going to turn out.
Ping's coming out onto that, take this down, goes Big Bird. Unfortunately, CRT is running for their life, but we're going to see, unfortunately, Brightwing go down as well. And Pepe is just getting tossed back out into the fray, and down goes Cho'Gall.
It kind of feels like UuuuuU is struggling with calling their targets. Like, there's quite a few people in that fight that they could have just, if they had all turned on and called a target, they would have won that fight.
Yeah, and
but they ended up, yeah, they just ended up split. Like, some members chasing Tychus, others chasing other members, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, and I think it could be the mental warfare as well as maybe Bronze 6 with the old chat. Maybe getting in the heads of UuuuuU a little bit here as well, not maybe playing, you know, what they did in game 1.
Garrosh getting quite low here, but he's going to be able to make it out. Look at how low the health bars are, but just no picks for UuuuuU to be found. Even Kira hanging out on that Alarak for a little bit longer than he should be, and he's still going to be able to walk away here without getting picked off.
We are clear of the Zerg.
Yeah, great defense there. I mean, they had a boss. Well, they had a boss in that lane. They had a bruiser camp, and then the wave. And you know, fortunately, no damage on the core. Able to keep it at the wall there, and the keep.
Yeah, the question is now, is UuuuuU going to be able to catch up here and get those power spikes that they need before this game is ended by Bronze 6?
I'm not sure. You know, kills in favor of Bronze 6, 16-2.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at as well.
And, you know, they are rotating now at this point in a 5-man gang squad is what they want to do. They're not going to allow UuuuuU here the opportunity to, like you said, get some picks maybe and try and catch back up.
Just looking to clear these lanes, try to stay safely behind those walls, catch up on XP, look for that small window where you can potentially get a fight on equal talent tiers at this point. Luckily for them, the lanes are being shoved towards them, so it's going to be some XP that'll be easy to pick up for them. They don't have to overextend for it. But it's going to be a small window, because level 16s are not too far out for Bronze 6 here. Lava wave coming out from Ragnaros to help clear out that top wave. They're so close to hitting those level 13s and going for a fight on equal talent tiers, but in goes the Cho'Gall, tossed in by Garrosh, and down he falls. Big Bird getting quite low as well here. That the sucking. What is that sound? It's Drain Life.
Yes, the drain life build. That's full drain life build too. Like,
yes.
He's going. Yeah, he's going in.
Not enough to save his life though. He did get picked off there. So a 2-for-1 really in favor of Bronze 6 still going in there, as that was a Cho'Gall that they got the pick onto.
Toasty.
And unfortunately now level 16's hit for Bronze 6. I should say unfortunately for UuuuuU.
As we see a play here for the bot channel point here, Penfefe got to rotate up, see if they're on the boss. They're going to meet 3 players of Bronze6 here. CRT on the Tychus just is going to get that full here there, and just going to be able to stand there and channel his trait there to get all of the damage out onto that Tychus. Big Bird in a little bit of trouble here, and down goes Big Bird. We're going to see the silence come out onto the UuuuuuuuU, but unfortunately the charge coming in from here on the Alarak, and then the pull goes onto Slexia as well, and we will probably see the end of this series here through bottom.
It does look like they're making a core call here, going in for bottom. This Zerg wave going to be going top, but that top keep being made short work of by the minion wave and camp that they have capped here. So that Zerg wave going to be on core in just a moment as well, but I don't even think they're going to need it. They're going to have this core down before it even reaches here. It's quickly falling, sitting at 40%. Okay, trying to do what he can to stall this out, but unfortunately for UuuuuuU, this is going to be game number 3 going over to Bronze6. GG's and well played.
Yeah, fantastic series from both these teams. Saw some great stuff from both teams. Game 1, UuuuuuU came out, smacked. It was a funky draft from Bronze6, but I think they came out, played well, played the game that they wanted to play. And then I think game 2, Bronze6 kind of came back with, it may have been, like some discussion on the cheese, but something that they've practiced that does work. And, maybe got in the heads of UuuuuuU a little bit. And then game 3, just the old chat, the banter back and forth, able to seal the deal there.
All right, let's hit up the captain or whatever teammates want to come do the interview for Bronze6 here.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump on in to lobby 1 if you want to jump in there with me in the NGS channel.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, we're just going to be waiting for whoever's joining us from Bronze6 for the interview tonight here. Oh, we do have Danny already joined. How are you doing, Danny? How are you feeling after that win?
We talked about it last night. These games don't matter to us, so we wanted to have fun and play heroes that we haven't played this season to get a higher hero pool.
Oh, I totally couldn't tell.
Yeah. So
let's.
No, it was good.
Let's talk about game number 1. Let's talk about your draft going into number 1.
We went Nova first pick. We wanted to hard carry Nova, and we looked at Hero's profile and we said, what hero has the best win rate? And we said, Nova's the choice. We're gonna go Nova. Juji has been crying all season about wanting to pick Nova. And I think we went Nova, Murky. What else? Anna. And, it was Falstad. Like what we would call the A tier heroes, right? Triple S heroes. So it was either going to be a landslide or it was going to be like really bad for us, and it was really bad for us.
So you guys are just kind of coming in, going to have fun with these games, and I kind of figured that out off of game 1, but it seemed like going into game 2, still looking to have a little fun with the Stitches Medivh, but take it a little bit more seriously, trying to pick up some wins there.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. We wanted to have fun the entire time. So I whispered somebody and I said, we're going to try really hard. We're not going to try really hard. So we just wanted to have fun. And UuuuuuU is a really good team. I remember watching them when they played Soak Every Lane. And I messaged a couple guys on the team. I said, this team is really good. We have to watch out for them. And, yeah, like Pang's a great tank. I've been watching his games.
Yeah.
Slexia plays a great right wing. We keep banning Artanis because UuuuuuuU is, triple S Artanis. So it's like we have to give respect, and then then there's the Hanzo we had to worry about. There's the Alarak we had to worry about. There was
there's
so yeah, they've got they've got a lot of really good heroes.
Yeah.
And chances are we go into week. We play them in the playoffs down the road. So we wanted to not play heroes we had typically in the regular season.
No,
So,
I mean, it makes sense
yeah.
for you guys because at this point it didn't really matter the outcome of this match. So why do you want to really show more of your hand going into playoff season, right?
Exactly.
So it makes sense to kind of just pull some of those things out that you guys haven't played this season and throw people off a little bit. But even maybe make them a little worried. I mean, Kira tonight really surprised me. His Medivh, really excellent. There's so many times he just escaped with a sliver of health, and I couldn't believe he was managing to survive. And times where he was saving a ton of members in game number 2 on your team with his portals and shields.
Kira is actually a healer main.
What?
You wouldn't know it. Yeah, he's actually he's a healer main in real life, or in the game. But Ferret is just a better healer. So we moved Kira from healer to DPS. But he plays a lot of heroes really well. There's Alarak.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. We saw him pull out
yeah.
Alarak in the last game there, which I was wondering if that was to deny Coffee Alarak or if he's just also comfortable on Alarak, which it looks like he was just comfortable on Alarak. But
Yeah,
if you have
we were
something to add.
we were comboing the toss with the pull, and just trying to make Cho'Gall's life miserable.
Yeah,
they didn't have a front line besides Cho, so the Tychus, Cho, Sucky Suck build from Gul'dan made their life really, really tough. And forgive me for being a little chatty in chat, but I think some gamesmanship was deserved on our part.
Daxx, do you have any questions here before we get into shoutouts?
No, I guess the only thing I had a question for was the draft coming down to an end there in Game 3. Was the pivot like did Cho'Gall catch you guys off guard, and then just the pivot to move Gul'dan up into the offlane? Just kind of like the thought process there for you guys.
Yeah, they went Cho'Gall, and so we were going to go Rexxar top lane, and when they drafted the Cho, we took the Tychus and we put CRT on Tychus, and we had the Gul'dan off lane. Gul'dan is a great solo lane because you can just sustain.
Did you guys swap heroes at the end of the draft there? Was it?
Yeah, we did a swap.
So. Because I was like, what does Juji play that he can counter a Cho'Gall pick with? Like Leoric, and then Tychus got locked, and I realized it was CRT playing it. So I missed a little swap, but I thought it happened. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, it was a fun comp to run, and we were just trying to have a good time in our last games.
Well, this leaves Bronze6 sitting in second place in the B West division going into playoffs. So you guys have kind of clawed your way up to the top and made a name for your team. So I just wanted to say congrats on how the season has gone so far for you. I can't wait to see how you perform in playoffs. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get into some shout-outs.
Shout-outs to UuuuuuuU. Shout-outs to my team, Ferret, Kira, CRT, and Kim Jung Smoochie.
And now, okay, there's a little bit of confusion, but Smoochie hasn't moved yet. It's been delayed.
Smoochie lost his license at a gas station. He was getting sushi, and he lost his license. And apparently, you cannot board an international flight without identification. So, he had to go through the rigmarole of ordering ID. During a pandemic, and then on top of that, he's got to, so no, he's not. He is not in Korea just yet.
That was my first question when he first picked Nova in your first game. Like, is he playing Nova, like sniping Nova on ping? What?
I think he was planning to find Hyde in South Korea and ask Hyde to play Nova for him. I don't know. He just wants to play Nova.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. Good luck in your playoffs. I look forward to seeing how that goes. And Smoogie, I hope your move works out for you. I see you in chat right now. But yeah, GG's. Well played.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let me get Daxx back up here to end off the night. All right. All right, Daxx, any last words before we wrap this up?
No, I'm just hoping for the rematch. Hopefully Ubu can come and do the reverse sweep, as this community and this chat loves the reverse sweeps here, or just the hard domination coming in and flexing their stuff here into the playoffs. But I'm looking forward to a game or a round 2 between these two teams. It was a great matchup.
Can you just let chat know where they can find you these days? Give yourself a shout out. Coming to
sure. I guess, yeah. Felt a little lonely the past couple weeks. Jazzy took some time away to get herself a little rest and relaxation there. But yeah, just Daxx_Hots. Probably the best place to find me. Always over on the Twitters, making Hots memes, sharing Hots memes, and just talking good old Hots.
All right, and as for what's going on for me the rest of this week, tomorrow I will be casting a doubleheader with Slexia. We're going to be casting the Baddest Dudes versus Illa Dancing Queens. That's Dax's team tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, followed up by Puns Upon a Time versus Knights That Stay Bronze at 8:15. So we got a couple matches lined up for you tomorrow evening on this channel, and you should come check it out. I think it'll be fun. I haven't casted with Slex in a while. I'm excited. I mean, I casted with her for our charity stream a while ago, but other than that, it's been a hot minute, so I'm excited to cast a nice long evening with her. It should be fun. Luminaire is just spamming your Twitch in chat.
Not yet.
I turned my
no
bot
Twitch
on.
yet.
I turned my bot on, so you can shout him out, but and your Twitter. There you go.
Yeah, Twitter is where it's at now. In the process, hopefully, knock on wood, everything goes well. Moving into new home with good internet, so maybe some streams coming up here in the near future.
Well, go give him a follow then on his Twitch channel so he can already have followers before he ever goes live. Lucky duck.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, don't make it easy for me.
All right,
unfortunately, I'm still waiting, knock on wood, waiting for you, Jazzy, as well to get your stuff rolling here too.
Yeah. The neat thing. So I have my application. It's called like adjustment of status, which is essentially my application for my green card. It's all submitted now. Everything's been sent in by our lawyers, and now it's just a waiting game. So as soon as I get that in, I'll be applying for affiliate as well as probably partner, because I just hit the path to partner.
Windmill slam that girl.
Yeah, just hit the path to partner last week.
Yeah, huge
Friday.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So, so that's pretty cool, but nothing really I can do with it yet since I can't make money. But stick around, maybe in the next few months or so, and then we'll get there. But as for the rest of the tonight, that's going to be it for me. We're going to end stream off here. Please come watch the doubleheader tomorrow. Catch Dax's game. They're going to be playing a fun series and then another game after that from Div D West. I'd appreciate it. And other than that, stay safe out there. Try to not stress yourselves out too much, and we'll see you back again tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye-bye.